I have the topic that the factors affecting the electromotive force and the internal resistance of a cell. Though this kind of topic is not given in any of the book, either this is of RBSE or CBSE or ICSE, that you can see all this on the what we have, the internet. So here I will tell you that what the factors are those that affect the EMF and the internal resistance of the cell. So first I take the EMF. Electromotive force. As I have told you that electromotive force is no more a force, but this is the energy that is supplied to the current carriers to carry the current in the circuit. EMF is no more a force, but it is the energy supplied by cell to the current carriers in the सर्किट. तो एक्सटर्नल सर्किट होता है उसमें तो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स होते हैं उनको सप्लाई करता है, और इंटरनल जो इलेक्ट्रोलाइट के अंदर होता है उसमें इंटरनल रेजिस्टेंस होता है, तो वहाँ पर आयंस होते हैं तो वो आयंस को देता है. तो दिस इज द टोटल एनर्जी और इट इज डिफाइंड एज the work done to carry a unit positive charge throughout the circuit. Along with cell. So we already have that this electromotive force. Now this E is equal to denoted by E. So this E is equal to W upon Q. This is now formula. Now from here you can see that the unit of this one is volt, or this is now your joule per coulomb, and you can find the dimensional formula. Dimensional formula, and this is dimensional formula is E is equal to m1 L2 T minus 3 and A minus 1. This is not dimensional formula. And electromotive force is a scalar quantity. It is a scalar quantity. The following factors affect the EMF. Number one, material of इलेक्ट्रोड्स। यानी जो इलेक्ट्रोड्स होते हैं वो किसके बने हुए हैं? They are made of metal. Then which kind of metal? This is now iron, copper, nickel, or silver, gold, whatever are there. Or they are made of some alloys. Then what to this one? Then all these affect the EMF of the cell. Now second factor is nature of electrolyte. नेचर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रोलाइट से मतलब क्या है कि इलेक्ट्रोलाइट दो तरह के होते हैं, वीक इलेक्ट्रोलाइट एंड स्ट्रॉन्ग इलेक्ट्रोलाइट। तो स्ट्रॉन्ग इलेक्ट्रोलाइट होते हैं उनके लिए वो दैट हैव द हाई वैल्यू ऑफ द EMF। वी स्ट्रॉन्गर द इलेक्ट्रोलाइट मोर इज द EMF। Stronger the electrolyte, more is more the EMF. So these are the two factors which affect the EMF. In addition to them, nothing affects the EMF. No other factor except mentioned below affects the EMF of a cell. So these are the two factors which affect the EMF of the cell. Now I will take the internal resistance because that is also affected. So if suppose you are given the distance between the electrodes, area of the electrodes, temperature of the electrolyte, no, there is no other factor that affect this EMF. Now I will take the internal resistance of cell. What is the internal resistance? The resistance offered by electrolyte to moving ions. In it is called internal resistance. The resistance offered by electrolyte to moving ions. आइंस का होता है एनायन एंड कैटायन। इनेट यानी इलेक्ट्रोलाइट के अंदर जो आयन कैटायन जब मूव करते हैं तो उसके जो रेजिस्टेंस ऑफर किया जाता है दैट इज कॉल्ड द इंटरनल रेजिस्टेंस। इंटरनल रेजिस्टेंस डिनोटेड बाय आर, डिनोटेड बाय आर। अब इस R से क्या होता है, इससे सपोज इंटरनल रेजिस्टेंस है तो क्या होगा, दिस विल गिव यू द डिसिपेशन ऑफ एनर्जी, सो इट dissipates the energy, the energy inside the cell is dissipated by internal resistance। तो इससे फायदा कुछ नहीं, नुकसान ही, एनर्जी का लॉस होता है, पोटेंशियल ड्रॉप होता है। The potential drop तो एनर्जी डिसिपेशन कितना होगा, इसका फॉर्मूला लिख सकते हैं। एनर्जी लॉस ये कितना होगा, रेट ऑफ एनर्जी लॉस निकालना है, इसको तो ज्यादा बेहतर होगा। रेट ऑफ एनर्जी लॉस दिस इज इक्वल टू I स्क्वायर R। सो यू कैन सी दैट इफ R इज इक्वल टू 0 फॉर ideal cell, R equal to 0, so this energy loss is how much, R equal to 0, E is equal to 0। तो आइडियल सेल होता है उसमें कोई एनर्जी लॉस नहीं होता है। the potential drop due to internal resistance this is equal to IR, or we have this V is equal to E minus IR. V is terminal voltage. Terminal voltage. So this so much is the potential drop. Because of this we are having so much voltage. This V is less than E. So now here this V is less than E. So now what we have that now we see the factors that affect the internal resistance. The factors affecting internal रेजिस्टेंस. इसका जो यूनिट होता है इंटरनल रेजिस्टेंस का वो ओम होता है. यूनिट ऑफ आर that is ohm. तो रेजिस्टेंस कोई सा भी हो, इंटरनल हो एक्सटर्नल हो, सबके यूनिट्स होते हैं वो ओम ही होते हैं. Now number one, the factor that affects is the nature of and concentration of electron. इस पर डिपेंड करता है. तो इस पर डिपेंड कैसे करता है? more concentration and more internal resistance, more internal resistance. ऐसा क्यों? ऐसा इसलिए that when we are using a strong electrolyte, there are large number of ions. With large number of ions, then they will have to face more resistance. Because of that, the internal resistance will increase. It means more ions in electrolyte will face more resistance. So the resistance will increase. And the second factor is temperature of electrolyte. More the temperature, more the internal resistance. By increasing the temperature of electrolyte, the internal resistance increases. By increasing the temperature of electrolyte, the internal resistance increases. So more the temperature, more the internal resistance. Third factor, distance between the electrodes. Distance between electrodes. More is the distance, more is the internal resistance. ऐसा क्यों होता है? जब उनके बीच में डिस्टेंस ज़्यादा होगी, then ion have to face more resistance. More is the distance between electrodes, larger will be internal resistance, because ions have to face more resistance will be offered by electrolyte. This is the third factor. No, this is not your third one. Now then fourth. Fourth is the area of electrodes. Larger the area, less is the internal resistance. Because what happens that more ions come in contact with the larger area of the electrolyte, of the electrodes. So the internal resistance decreases. Larger is the area of electrodes between electrolyte. तो इसमें क्या करना है? आपको पूरा एरिया नहीं लेना है, बल्कि एरिया वो लेना है जो इलेक्ट्रोलाइट के अंदर है. The area of the electrode that is inside the electrolyte. This is what I have written. A larger the area of electrode dipped in the electrolyte. The less will be the internal resistance of cell. तो ऐसा क्यों होता है? जब एरिया ज़्यादा होता है, when we are having some large area, then large number of ions come in contact with the electrode, and because of that they have to face less resistance by the electrolyte. So the resistance of the internal resistance of the cell decreases. So these are the four factors upon which the internal resistance of the cell depends. First is the nature and that the concentration of the electrolyte. Second, the temperature of the electrolyte. Third, the distance between the electrodes. And fourth, the area of the electrodes dipped in the electrolyte. This has to keep in contact. And this does not depend upon the amount of what we have the EMF of the cell does not depend that how much electrolyte have you taken, whether it's less or more or completely filled container, then that is meaningless. So the EMF does not depend upon the amount of electrolyte. So this I have told you about the factors that affect the internal resistance and the EMF of the cell. Thank you very much.